This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, presented by Helena Accommodations, the in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. Broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave, here's Jason Walker.
Happy Monday. It is the Jason Walker Show here inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Got a big show coming up today, and hope you stick around for all of it because we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk to Guy Almquist, the head coach of the Capital boys basketball team. Big win for the Bruins over the weekend, as well as the Bruin girls. We'll talk some high school basketball. You will chat college basketball as well. Got the Frontier Players of the Week from the same school. And what else we got coming up? A lot here inside the show, which is presented by Helena Accommodations, the in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. Also going to talk to Joe Thompson today. You're asking yourself, who is Joe Thompson? Well, Joe Thompson is the dude from Montana State that did this over the weekend. Hit a full court 94-foot shot, and it's actually a little bit longer than 94 feet, but he hit a full court shot over the weekend at Montana State again in the Cat Grizz halftime and won himself over $11,000. So we will talk to the man, the myth, and the legend coming up here in a little bit here on the Jason Walker Show. What a heck of a shot, too, man. Just unbelievable. 94-plus feet. How cool is that? And the dude won over $11,000. We'll talk about him coming up. We'll also have your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week and a whole lot more still to come here. And it's going to be a lot of fun on this show today, for sure. Let's see here. Wanted to start off this with... they had the Kobe Bryant, Gigi Bryant Memorial today at Staples Center in Los Angeles. And lots of unbelievable speakers. Lots of, and the fact that Vanessa eulogized her husband and her daughter on national television. Unbelievable. But the last month has gotten me thinking about, the tragedy of Kobe and his daughter Gigi and the 7 others who lost their lives in that horrible, just tragic helicopter crash. And it has been a month almost. And my question is, would this carry the same amount of outpouring of grief had it been someone else? Or was it because it was Kobe and his daughter, and unfortunately 7 others? Would it be just as big if it was just Kobe? And I'm not diminishing anything at all. It's a couple of questions I was asking myself, and talking to people over the last month, and I'm like, would we have the same amount of outpouring of grief if it was Tiger Woods or Serena Williams or Roger Federer, for that? Would we have this amount of grief, or is it because it was Kobe and his daughter? And I got to thinking, and I was talking with my wife about it one night. And I'm like, I don't know if there's a celebrity in any sport or celebrity period that we would be talking now of about a month later of their passing. And the murals that were painted and the courts and the walls. And I mean, and this from not just the United States, but all over the world. No, so if Tiger Woods was to, let's replace Tiger or Kobe with Tiger or Serena or pick anybody. Would this have the same amount of impact that it's had with Kobe Bryant's passing? And I don't think there would be. I really don't. I think it was, love him or hate him as a player, Kobe was one of those that revolutionized the game of basketball. And then his second career had started. And I'm not sure if anybody, celebrity, would carry this amount of grief in this day. I mean, the entire month of February has been a month of grief. And is there an athlete or a celebrity, a singer, a movie actor, anybody that would carry this amount of grief that we've seen for Kobe Bryant and the 8 others? Weigh in if you want. You can tweet us at JWalkerSports. You can text us. You can Facebook us. You can email JasonWalkerSports@gmail.com. And let me know. Give me some names. We'll discuss them. I don't think there's anybody right now that would carry the same amount of weight with a death that Kobe Bryant has over the last month. So if you're watching on the Facebook, we appreciate it. Also YouTube, listening on Podbean, Network One Sports, Treasure State Radio. If you have not downloaded the app for Treasure State Radio, you need to at Google or Apple Play Store. There were some great performances over the week for nominations for Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And you can get yours in. We're going to recap high school, Frontier, Cat Grizz weekend as well. Yes, the Grizz men won, but the Bobcat women won. And they clinched Big Sky Conference title, at least the share of it. Got some great nominees, though. Holy cow. I mean, the Capital boys and girls sweeping Helena High. And the boys doing it, rallying from 15 down in the first half. The Cat women, the Grizz men we mentioned. How about Jean-Ann Lemelin again? MSU Billings set a career high Saturday night with 32 points, a school record 10 threes. Not only that, Jeanine she was 11 of 13 from the field overall and 10 of 12 from beyond the arc. Speaking of threes, MSU Northern men hit 17 in a win Saturday night. Zacchaeus Darko Kelly keeps it going. He had another triple-double Saturday night. 20 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists in a win over Rocky. He had 40 points and 13 rebounds Friday against Western. How nuts is that? We also had some great individual performances besides Darko Kelly. We mentioned Joe Thompson, the Bobcat student, who did this. Hit a full court shot to win $11,111. We'll talk to Joe Thompson coming up here in a little bit on the Jason Walker Show. He's got a busy day, and he's not even done yet. Done 8 interviews. But yeah, he drilled the shot. So he hit a layup for $1. He hit a free throw for $10, a three-pointer for $100, half court shot for $1,000. And he did all of that in like 15 seconds. So he had 45 seconds left to make a full court shot for $11,000 or for another $10,000, and he did it, which is awesome. It's just super cool. I love watching that video. We're going to talk to Joe a little bit later on. Also, there was this. Josh Keogh from Plentycoo. Game winner with 1.2 seconds left in the District 6C Championship. As Plentycoo defeats Bridger. Held off a 21-0 rally by the Scouts. But yeah, Josh Keogh, great pump fake at the three-point line, and then dribbles once, 15-footer, dropped it in. So they got that. And I don't know if anybody saw this, but how about this young lady? And she makes a 94-foot putt to win a new car. Check it out. Boom. Like, are you serious? There was some amazing, amazing stuff this weekend. And yeah, we'll have your performance of the week coming up, your final. Let's go back and watch this. Check this out. Here. This is your 94-foot putt to win a car. Somewhere in Mississippi.
Good. That's looking really good.
Boom.
Miss Marianne!
I mean, how cool is that? I think it was an Ole Miss game. But yeah, she won a car. Which is cooler? 94-foot putt to win a car or what Joe Thompson did? And hit a full court shot to win $11,000. We'll talk to Joe coming up. We'll get Guy Almquist's thoughts on which is awesome too. More awesome. And what else did we see? I think that was about it. So yeah, get your nominations in. Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Don't forget to tweet us, Facebook us. You can email us. And as always, go to jasonwalkershow.com for the very latest. The past shows, if you missed anything, you can watch anytime you choose. Let's see here. Jason Walker Show is presented in part by Helen Accommodations, and they've achieved some notable milestones. Just completed the 100th straight 5-star rating from clients, and obviously pretty happy about that. Dorme Bene Sleep Well, the motto for the extended stay environment, has created terrific referral and repeat business. Dorme Bene Sleep Well. And the success causes Helena Accommodations to almost always be sold out. They've had to turn down prospective clients. They've had their, and even repeat clients refer them to others. So clearly they need to expand. And if you're a real estate owner and have terrific property, single family, duplex, or especially a fourplex, it might be time to discuss joining Helena Accommodations as an affiliate extended stay provider. Give James Yount a call, 422-6702. Have a discussion about the Helena Accommodations business opportunities. That's 422-6702. Dorme Bene, sleep well. Well, it was a great Friday night for Capital Boys as they swept Helena High and rallied from 15 points down to do it. And we'll hear from Guy Almquist when we come back next here on The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting, as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one? It feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back to The Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, Major Mortgage Man Cave. By the way, if you are wanting to, you can send us stuff to hang up. We got our Flint Rasmussen Cooper Tires jersey over here. We've got a Bozeman Ice Dogs Montana State jersey. Got pictures behind us. Send us stuff. We'll hang it up here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Yeah, it'll be fun. Just do it. All right, still to come, Joe Thompson will join us, the man that made the shot for over $11,000 at Montana State basketball over the weekend. It's one of our nominations for your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Got Josh Thompson, Josh Keogh hitting the buzzer beater. The Capital boys and girls with a couple of big wins. Zacchaeus Darko Kelly, another huge week. And again, he's the Frontier Player of the Week for a third consecutive week. He's wrapped up his Frontier Player of the Year to me. Did it a couple weeks ago. You got the Cat women clinching a share of the Big Sky Conference title. The Grizzly men beating the Cats for the 19th time in the last 20 games and swept the season series for the 9th time in the last 10 years. Jean Ann Lemelin, MSU Billings guard, 32 points, career high. Hit 10 threes, a school record. Speaking of threes, the Northern men hit 17. That's just some of our nominations for Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. You can email us, tweet us, Facebook us, get them in. Got a Frontier update coming up. It's been a rough week for LC State. On this day in history around the corner, the walk-off, and a conversation with Joe Thompson still to come. All right, so mentioned Capital boys and girls getting big wins over the weekend. And the girls did it on Saturday afternoon, not close. And the boys did it on Friday night in a game that was a lot closer than the score indicated. And Capital had a rally from a 15-point deficit. And that's where we started our conversation as we welcome in the head coach of the Bruins, Guy Almquist. And he joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Coach, when you're down 15, obviously Helena High got out to that big lead, 27-12. But when you're down 15, at what point are you thinking, or what? I guess what was going through your mind then?
Well, I think the first thing is you're trying to make sure you don't panic so the kids don't panic. So I tried to I certainly have some concern, but you're just trying to, really think about what are some things we can do differently. What are some things that we need to keep doing, but just do them better. And then what's the mindset of the kids and who's got that aggressive mentality? I think those are the key things. And just stay with it. It's a long game. And I think our kids did a good job of hanging in there through some tough times. Helena High was doing a great job, and we were struggling. And then we just made that run right there in the first half, which gave us new life, I thought.
Guy Almquist, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. All right, so what did you say? I mean, at what point do you call a timeout? And when you're looking at the scoreboard, you have a certain amount of timeouts, but at what point in that first quarter into that second quarter, you're going, man, we got to get some timeouts here. I got to say some stuff to these kids.
Yeah, well, we called 2 timeouts in the first quarter, which is actually pretty rare.
Yeah.
I don't like to call timeouts a lot early in the game. I like to let the game kind of flow and go from there. But we called timeouts mainly early in the game when you can see that you need a mental adjustment. Not so much the X's and O's, stuff like that. You can make that more on a run, I feel like. But when we needed a mental adjustment in terms of how we were attacking things or what we were doing defensively, that's when you're calling timeout. And early on in that game, there's just some things that we had to do a little bit better. So we called a few timeouts, but you only get 5 of them all game long. And, of course, if you need them to keep in the game, you got to use them. But the biggest timeout was the halftime, and that's when you can kind of hit the reset button, take a breath, realize it was only an 8-point game at that point,
Yep.
and we could go on a quick run and be right back in it, which is exactly what we did.
You come out of that halftime locker room, and then there's some big shots, and you get that win, 56-46. And, I mean, that's a 25-point turnaround, which is pretty impressive. But that defense really clicked in the second half for the Bruins.
Yeah, I thought the kids did a great job. And, remember, our halftime deficit, Braden Cook probably played about 6 minutes in the first half because of foul trouble. So we got him back in the second half, and he had a couple key threes, which kind of relaxed us, I thought, in terms of shooting the ball. But the key definitely was our defense. And it was starting to happen at the end of the second quarter. We're putting some pressure on. They were getting sped up, a little out of their comfort zone. Probably the best man we've played all year. We showed a lot of grit and determination in that second half. I think it wore them down a little bit over time, and with each made basket and seeing them get worn down a little bit, I think our confidence continued to increase. And then once we got ahead, I felt like we were in pretty good shape.
Trevor Swanson with 18 points to lead the way, and he hit some big shots too. You mentioned Braden Cooks, but Trevor kind of led the way and led that charge, didn't he?
He did, and Trevor can get like that. He can sometimes be a little streaky, but we love when he's on that hot streak, and he's not scared of the situation at all. And I think he kind of relished the ability to make some of those big shots. And what can't get lost in some of that is that many of his jumpers were created from us defensively. Sometimes him. I think he had 3 steals and 4 deflections. And we were getting in transition. Bridger Groveland made 2 or 3 really nice plays in terms of getting into the paint, stopping and kicking out to open shooters. Trevor a couple times, and then he had to finish the play. So I think we get a lot of confidence when we see that. Every team does when they see the ball go in the hoop.
Yep.
And that was certainly the case on Friday.
Well, it's definitely a big win as you get the season sweep over your rivals. But what was the atmosphere like? Because this is I've been to crosstown games, and it's always amazing, but it goes from super loud to you guys quieted the crowd in a hurry there.
Well, one half of the gym, I guess.
Well, true.
No, it's always fun, certainly. I have to kind of be reminded of the atmosphere after the game. People were telling me that it was shaking pretty good in that second half, certainly from our side of things. I tend to get in a mode where I kind of block out everything and don't hear anything. I'm just trying to focus on what's going on and how I can help our kids and what we need to do better. So I'm not the best person to ask, but when I can go back, watch the film and see the crowd that, the gym just packed, it's not like that everywhere. I've watched the film of a couple crosstown games from other teams in AA, and I can tell you it's not the same everywhere. So I really appreciate what the community of Helena gives these kids in terms of atmosphere.
Guy Almquist, our guest here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. I have to know this too, because I've been to a lot of these AA gyms, and I've never asked a coach this, but especially like at Helena High or even at Capital, you have people walking in front of you while you're trying to coach right there on the sidelines. How hard is that?
That's difficult. That is really difficult, and I would say that Capital and Helena High might be the two worst in that regard. Helena High is probably the worst. There's just so many people going in front of you and through you and around you and into you. It really is difficult. And just talking to Ryan Gover, my JV coach, even during the JV game, he mentioned to me after, he said, I probably got run into 20 times during the game. And yeah, those are the little things that when folks are designing gyms and kind of setting things up for the future where there's going to be competition, there should be a few more questions asked, because it can be a little bit distracting, not just for the coaches but for players. It's difficult, no question.
It's funny because guys, when Coach Almquist, when people are building, like you said, gyms or even football stadiums, they never think to ask the coaches or the media what we need and what works best for us. It's like we're the forgotten ones.
Yeah, no, and I can tell you, we built 3 new gyms in this town in the last year, and I never talked to anybody about one of them or any of them, and I think same goes for Coach Day and the others, and it is especially when some of us will be using those gyms. I don't know why that's not part of the process, but I sure wish it was.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now you switch gears. You wrap up the regular season this week. You guys are in good position. And to get a couple of road wins this week at Glacier, at Flathead, it won't be easy, but this is a trip that you've had some success on lately.
Yeah, we have. We've traditionally played very well up there, and they're hard places to play, too, and you come off a long trip. So I'm not sure if I knew exactly why we'd play well. We'd borrow that and do that exactly again, but yeah, it's an important road trip. Last 2 games will kind of determine whether we get second or third. And, I think most importantly, we need to take the momentum from the second half of Crosstown and have a good week just playing, just being confident. I think, we've struggled with our confidence a little bit here. We haven't shot the ball well in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and that's hurt our confidence. So we just need to continue to trust in each other and relish in all the things we're doing well, even if we're not shooting the ball well. And I think that'll give us a little bit of momentum as we head into the divisional tournament.
What do you take away from those first 2 games against the Wolfpack and the Braves that were at home, or do you just it's a new weekend and we kind of toss that aside and focus on what's ahead?
Yeah, I those feel like they were 3 months ago, to be honest. Obviously, got this weekend on Sunday, got a chance to kind of watch some film again on both teams. Both teams have some different guys playing, and some guys that seem like they're in a little bit different roles. Some things are similar. Both have added things they're doing offensively, but I don't think the last games will have any bearing on these coming up this weekend. Again, it's about us having a great week of practice, going in there, giving a great effort, and see what happens.
Your beloved Grizz got a big victory on the men's side. The Lady Grizz lost to the Bobcats, but I think the coolest thing in the world, and we'll talk to this kid a little bit later on, but the half-court, full-court shot that Joe Thompson won $11,000 plus. How cool was that? Have you seen anything like that in your history?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody make a full court shot in person anyway. That shot should have been worth $1 million, let alone $11,000. I can't believe what he had to do to win $11,000. That was crazy. I'd seen someone say that had to be a 1 in 100 shot, and I thought 1 in 100, that was a 1 in a million. Yeah. I don't think % of the people in that gym could have even thrown it that far, let alone make it. So that was pretty cool to see.
What's the longest shot you ever made in a game?
In a game?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know. Probably. I don't think I never made a half court or anything. I don't remember anything more than just a regular jump shot. I don't remember hitting anything like that. That's for sure.
How many game winners? Rare. How many game winners do you have in your career?
Oh, I don't know. A few here and there.
But none of the deep ones, huh?
Maybe a couple stand out. My junior year against Lethbridge, I hit a shot at the buzzer, and why I remember that was when that was the same night my Atlanta Braves won their World Series.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I remember that one. And then in high school in Crosstown, I actually hit a shot at the buzzer against Big Sky. That's a memory that I will hold on to forever. That's for sure.
Okay, well, I guess you know half court. Do you practice with the guys? Do you guys have this every after practice? You get to do the half court stuff.
I don't do the half quarters. Well, we'll have a little shooting competition here and there. They'll dare me to make this, or shoot with your eyes shut, this or that. And so far, the old man's hanging in there pretty good.
All right. Well, I got to ask you this Coach Almquist's final question. But did you see the video last week of the South Dakota State girls making like 6 or 7 half quarters in a row? What's more impressive, that or what the guy in Bozeman did on Saturday night?
Well, first, I did see that video, and I actually had to really think about whether that was photoshopped, because that was unbelievable. But I still have to believe the chances of that guy making that 94-footer were worse than making all those half quarters in a row. I just that was hard to comprehend that happened, especially in that scenario.
Did you see the old lady make a 94-foot putt to win a new car over the weekend?
I did. Impressive.
I know.
But still, doesn't even come close to touching what that guy at Bozeman did, in my mind.
So he's your winner. I like this. I like this a lot.
He is definitely the winner by far.
Coach,
again, I don't think most people realize how far that is just to throw the basketball that far. I don't think most people could do it.
Well, he said his first attempt, he made it barely to the 3-point line. So, and then they got a little bit further after that. But yeah, it's actually
and then to throw it that far, to be able to hit the backboard at such precision to actually go in.
Oh, I know.
It's hard to comprehend, to be honest.
Well, and the fact that he had to do a layup, free throw, 3-pointer, half-court shot, full-court shot within a minute, and he did it.
Yeah, it's like that $11,000. He got robbed, in my opinion.
There you go. Well, maybe we can.
The folks in the shoe should have been stepping up for a lot more than that.
I think so too. Coach, we appreciate the time as always, and good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you before divisionals.
All right. Always fun, Jason. Thank you.
Guy Almquist joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. That segment, by the way, is brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. And still to come, we'll talk to Joe Thompson, who did make that full court shot to win $11,111. It's pretty cool. We'll talk to Joe coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. By the way, all of our guests, including Joe, join us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. And every team knows a 2-point play can be a winning move. And that's why State Farm agent Mike Miller and his team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. All right, so we talked a little bit about the high school. Capital Crosstown Helena High win. Capital winning Crosstown over Helena High. It's a Monday. There was some great districts and tournament over the weekend. Some great regular season stuff still going on. In fact, the AA wraps up its regular season this weekend. There was some good Frontier Conference action going as well over the weekend, and had some very, very big wins. And on the women's side, the Carroll women winning the season series, sweeping at LC State, winning the 2 games at LC this year, and 3 weeks apart, and getting the victory. So now Carroll and Western women tied for first in the Frontier, with the regular season wrapping up this weekend. LC State women a game back at 10-6. Rocky, which hosts the tournament, and Providence are both 8-8. Rocky will host the NAIA National Tournament, the 40th Women's Championship coming up in March. And then you got Northern and Tech, each bottom dwellers at 4-12 in league play. Nobody in the Frontier, though, has a losing record. Tech is 14-14, and that's the worst. Northern women 15-13. Chris Mowat can't catch a break the last few years. They've had some serious injuries up there, and more this year. And but it's going to come down to Carroll, Western, and LC. Now, Carroll owns the tiebreaker over LC. Western owns the tiebreak over Carroll for that number 1 seed, and who will host the championship in the Frontier when and if it gets to that. Well, when it gets to that far. All right, on the men's side, you have LC losing at Tech and then losing at home to Carroll. So the Carroll men get the season, not the sweep, but they get the season series win 2-1 over the Warriors. LC still leads the Frontier by 2 games 13-3 overall, 25-3 overall, but the Warriors are going to drop. They were ranked third last week. They're going to drop when the new poll comes out on Wednesday. Let's see. Providence and Carroll each 11-5. And then you've got Northern at 8-8, Tech at 8-8 on the men's side, Western 4-12, and Rocky can't catch a break. Rocky has lost, 14 consecutive conference games, I think? They're 1-15 in league play. And I believe it's a 14-game losing streak in league. Let's see. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. The only win in there, on Valentine's Day, they beat Yellowstone Christian. The Battling Bears did. And barely. By a dozen. But they've lost 14 straight conference games. So, big games coming up this weekend, both the men and the women in the Frontier, and as we close up the regular season. So, you've got Thursday, Tech men and women at Western, Providence men and women at Carroll, and then LC State men and women at Rocky. Friday, Northern plays at Carroll, and then Saturday, Tech at Rocky, Northern at Providence, LC at Western. So, conference regular season championships are going to come down to this week, and LC State on the road at Rocky, they should win the men's game easily, and that would clinch then the number 1 seed on Thursday night. Now, if Rocky's to pull the upset, then it comes down to Carroll and Providence having to take care of business and win out, but also Western would have to beat LC as well. That's not going to happen. I see LC winning twice this weekend and clinching the number 1 seed on the men's side. Now, on the women's side, that's going to be fun. You got LC at Western women. That one's going to be good on Saturday night, and that could be who wins that wins the women's number 1 seed. But it's all going to start on Thursday with Carroll hosting Providence. Carroll women should win that one, but Providence playing very well lately. In fact, Kennedy Cartwright, the Frontier Player of the Week this week. And then you've got Carroll hosting Northern. Now, if Carroll wins out, they're going to need some help from either Tech or LC to beat Western to win the number 1 seed. And this is why they play the games on, games are not played on the paper. They're played inside your radios or your televisions and or your internet streams. So it's going to be a fun weekend coming down to the wire this week for both the Frontier men and women. But LC men should win the conference title on the regular season. And then they would host the championship. And nobody wants to go out to LC for that championship because that place will be rocking at the athletic center out there. All right, we're going to take a break. And when we come back on this day in history, we got the walk-off coming up. And also Joe Thompson will join us. The kid who won himself $11,000 by hitting a full court shot. It was pretty sweet. It was pretty awesome. And he's going to join us coming up. And I mentioned also on this day in history coming up as well. This segment, by the way, brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn. In Helena, also Furniture Showroom. So the Jason Walker Show is brought to you in part by Manscaped. And this is awesome. The brand new 3.0 is out, the Lawnmower 3.0. It is the 3rd generation Manscaped trimmer featuring a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Nicks and cuts and scrapes and all that are a thing of the past, thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. Now, I've been talking about Manscaped for about a month here on the Jason Walker Show. Now, if you use the 2.0, it'll be an easy transition to switch over to the 3.0. It's got the same replacement blade, new and improved skin-safe technology. And when I say it's premium, it is premium. The battery lasts up to 90 minutes. You can take a longer shave. The LED light, and that illuminate grooming areas for a closer, more precise trimming. 7,000 RPMs with quiet stroke technology. I mean, the 2.0 right here was already quiet, but it's even quieter with the 3.0. And then you got the charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud. This intelligently designed stand is a rapid charging dock powered by USB. Now, if you're listening to me, you're going to be one of the first people to hear about this. And it's a life-changing product, and I want you to experience it firsthand. Get that junk trimmed. 20% off and free shipping. Use the code WALKER20 at manscaped.com to get 20% off, free shipping. Use the code WALKER20 at manscaped.com. That is the code WALKER20, WALKER20 at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping. Your balls will thank you. Joe Thompson coming up next. Jason Walker Show.
What happened on this date in sports history? Find out next on the Jason Walker Show.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. We are presented by Helena Accommodations, the in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. Big week on the way. Going to talk to Shan Furch coming up on Friday afternoon. Newest member of the Bobcat Hall of Fame, going in with a couple of basketball teams last week. Also going to chat with Nubia Allen, former Nubia Garcia, who played at Montana State. She is coach at West Yellowstone, and the West Yellowstone girls just won a district title for the first time in a long time. So we'll talk to Nubia Allen coming up on Wednesday. And still, a whole lot more. We got some big stuff planned, so it's going to be a fun week. Speaking of fun, had a great time Saturday playing in a partners cribbage tournament at Green Meadow Country Club, and did not win. In fact, my partner and I did not even win a game. We went 0-5, went 0-3 in pool play and 0-2 in bracket play. But it was fun, and I had a great time playing in the cribbage tournament. And that's just one of the many things that you can do if you're a member of Green Meadow Country Club. And right now, they want you to become a member of Green Meadow Country Club, and with a great special to sign up and no initiation fee right off the bat. And that's just awesome. And what was cool Saturday is it was so nice. So we're playing cribbage indoors, and there's people out golfing because it was so nice out. Now, granted, they had to walk, but hey, so be it. It was beautiful. Walk a little bit. And, you know, there's just so many great things about Green Meadow Country Club that I don't have enough time each day to talk about all of the great things. So we're going to focus today on the great things you can do socially. You can hang out and with friends, socialize, have a drink, have a great lunch or a dinner. You're going to run into friends at Green Meadow Country Club and maybe even talk about the golf, maybe talk about what's happening on the TVs. And you can talk about who won the cribbage tournament. A 7-year-old boy and his dad won the cribbage tournament. That's right. And they were good. And, you know, we had so much fun during the cribbage tournament. Yesterday, the open house was a lot of fun. Got some members signed up. Make sure you go in and talk to everybody at Green Meadow Country Club. Tell them you heard it on the Jason Walker Show and you want to become a member, because this is something that is great for the family. And, you know, my son and daughter can go golf out there until they're 25. They don't have to have a membership. They golf with the family membership, okay? So go out to Green Meadow Country Club in Helena. And tomorrow, I think we'll talk about one other great thing about, well, there's so many great things, but we're going to talk tomorrow about golfing across the state because you're a member of Green Meadow Country Club. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But go see everybody, go see Todd, Christina at the Green Meadow Country Club in Helena. Get signed up today, and once again, tell them you heard it here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, so it was the shot heard round the world and seen around the world since Saturday night. You have seen it everywhere. You have heard about it everywhere. And to talk about it now is the guy who authored the full court shot for $11,000. His name is Joe Thompson. And he joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, joining us is Joe, the shot maker Thompson. First off, congratulations, man. I mean, this is pretty cool. It's the shot seen around the world at this point in time. We were just talking, but you've done 8 interviews already today?
Yeah, it's been quite a busy day, but it's been a fun day.
And
it's been a fun weekend.
This is your senior thesis day, am I correct?
That's correct. I'm pitching my senior thesis today.
Oh, my goodness. So
yeah, it's a full day, full weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. When you should be spending the weekend like preparing, like, hey, I've got this, I've got to get my thesis done, I've got to nail it, and instead you're doing all sorts of interviews.
I've been preparing for the thesis for 3 years, so I'm ready for it. I'm confident with it.
And you're a film and TV major, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And so what's your thesis on?
My senior thesis, I'm doing a documentary, or I'd like to do a documentary this summer about the Montana art scene. It's called Montana's Canvas, and it'll feature artists across the state who really show the Montana spirit through their art.
That is cool.
Oh, yeah.
I hope I get to see it. All right, so Joe Thompson, let's talk about this shot. First off, you had to make a layup, and then that was worth $1. And then you had to do, what, a free throw for $10, a three-pointer for $100. How much was the half-court shot, 1,000?
Half court was 1,000, made it first shot. That was pretty fun.
And then you nailed the full court shot. How many shots on the full quarter?
I think I made it on my 4th, maybe the 5th. It all blends together.
I'm sure it does. All right, so you made your layup easy. Free throw was first shot?
First shot.
Okay. And then
three-pointer.
How many shots?
I missed my first three-pointer.
You nailed your first 3. Oh, you missed it.
I missed my first 3, then I made my second.
Okay. And then you get your half-court shot. Did that go down right away?
swished it first attempt.
Are you serious?
That's what everyone in the stadium thought.
Oh my goodness, this is nuts. And then fourth or fifth shot on the half quarter. All right, and you had a minute to do this. This wasn't like you had all day long. You had exactly a minute.
Yeah, the shot clock started right as soon as I shot for the layup.
I saw one of the interviews you did earlier, and you said after your first full court attempt of 94 feet, it barely made it to the 3-point line.
Yeah, that's when everyone was like, "Oh, maybe he doesn't have it." But everyone kind of their hopes dropped a little bit.
7,000 people almost, and you're sitting there and embarrassing yourself, and then all of a sudden you kept getting closer, and then all of a sudden, boom, you nailed it. Your celebration was awesome. What I thought was cool was everybody on the scores table, giving you high fives. Coach Choate was getting set to do a TV interview, came running down to give you a high five too. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Love Coach Choate. Yeah, I mean, he gave me the opportunity to take a photo with the Wild trophy afterwards and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
So shout out to Choate.
Definitely, for a multitude of reasons. All right, so you're a senior. Where are you from?
I'm from Billings.
Billings, what high school?
Billings Central.
Oh.
Shout out to the Central Rams.
There you go. BC there. Hey, did you play sports growing up?
I did. I played a few sports.
Basketball on that list?
Up until 8th grade.
So you haven't played basketball since 8th grade. Do you play like intramural? Do you shoot around at all? What do we do here?
The last time I shot a basketball before this was 2 weeks ago. And it was a one shot. I made it, and I was like, 100%, that's good enough for me. and I called it.
This is so awesome. Joe Thompson, our guest here, he is the guy that won over $11,000. You went down Montana Ribbon Chop House. You got your money today. How much of that do you actually get to keep?
All of it. Still looking and working with an accountant for the taxes purposes, but I'm pretty happy with what I get to take home.
Well, yeah, no doubt. I mean, this is super cool. It's so impressive that, I was talking to one of the high school basketball coaches up here today, and he said, to realize what you did it's just impressive. And he's a Grizzly fan, but he said for the fact of the matter that you were able to knock down a 94-foot shot, not many people can do that. He's never seen one done. And there you go. You knock it down.
Well, people were making fun of me because I went to the corner instead of under the other hoop. They're like, if you would have gone under the hoop, you would have been closer. Like, oh, I guess being in the corner was a little bit further.
Well, that's true.
But
you
can't hit the Jumbotron. You hit the Jumbotron, it doesn't go in.
That's accurate. You're a smart guy here. What's your GPA up there?
Oh, that's undisclosed information.
Oh,
No, it's good. I'm all set to graduate. I'm happy. Everything's going well.
All right, so you didn't get the big win with the Bobcat losing to the Grizz that night, but you got the big win overall. Take me through the evening. I mean, did you? I mean, obviously you had to hit the bars downtown.
Well, first of all, shout out to the women's team because they did win and they got conference, and that was fun. That was a great feat. So shout out to the women's team. That was incredible.
Did you go to the women's game too?
I did.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that was a fun game to go to.
Nice.
Yeah. But after the game, I went to the bars and I got one drink down, and then it just got too hectic. Too many people recognized me. I still had all the adrenaline. I was like, if I have more than one beer, I'm not sure if I can keep it down. Too much happening.
Well, that and the fact that you now probably will never have to buy a drink in Bozeman the rest of your life.
I'm glad people are offering to buy me beers instead of saying, hey, where's my pitcher?
Well, and it's funny because in golf, if you hit a hole in one, you have to buy everybody in the clubhouse around, but you don't have to do this for making the shot.
Yeah, no, so I'm lucky for that, but it's been a good time. I'm still probably going to get my friends a few rounds.
Well, definitely. So you got your thesis coming up. What are you going to do after graduation?
Well, I was on the Pat McAfee show this morning, and I might have an internship with him. So
sweet.
We'll see where that leads. And yeah, this has opened up plenty of opportunities for me.
It definitely has.
Going to write it and see where it goes.
Did you anticipate your life would change this much 48 hours ago?
I didn't. When I was getting ready to do the layup, like, oh, that'd be real cool to have that final shot. And I got it, and I didn't think it would go this viral.
It is, well, I mean, it's been all over. So run through me again who you've been interviewed by besides the Jason Walker Show.
The XL Country in Bozeman, the Bozeman Chronicle, KZBK, when I actually received the check, a news station or a radio station out of Kalispell, the Pat McAfee Show, the Daily Mail from New York City, and then I'm sure I'll have more lined up tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure. Are you gonna have you slept at all?
I have been up since 3 a.m. today. I've been earning about 2 hours of sleep.
Oh my goodness, my man. This is super cool. Obviously, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And this has been going on for a while now, and you're the only one that's ever made this. What, 6 years? I think I read
6 or 7 years, something like that. Yeah, and they said 4 years ago someone hit the rim on the full court shot, but I'm the first to actually make it. And it seems like I might be the first person to have made a full court shot for money on TV ever.
That is awesome. Joe Thompson, our guest here, a couple final ones. I know you're a busy guy and you got to run, but I just got so many questions. Does your arm hurt? Because you're launching instead of over the top. You're kind of going sidearm here.
Yeah, my hand was numb for about an hour and a half. But I don't know if that was because of throwing the basketball or because of Coach Cho's high five. It could have been either.
I would bet that, yeah, that's a good one there with Coach Cho. We're watching the replay multiple times as there he is with the high five. Yeah, definitely looked like it could hurt. And then, so no sleep. And to throw this and hit the backboard with such precision that it drops into the net, I mean, because you've got to have some force on the ball to even get it there, right?
Yeah, because the problem that I really came across was the Jumbotron.
Yep.
I had to avoid that. So I was throwing them like darts, it felt like. But yeah, I didn't even see the ball go in. I was looking for the next basketball to get another shot off.
I saw that on one of the replays from the SWX Montana that we've been showing too. You were ready to turn around, and this was like what's the word I'm looking for? You're the smart college guy. But there was like 3 or 4 different people throwing balls down to get you, more shots.
Oh, yeah. There were 3 balls on the court, and they were, as soon as they were getting down there, they were launching them back to half court to me, making sure I can get off as many opportunities as possible. So that team that threw the balls, shout out to them. They're the MVPs.
So how were you chosen for this?
It was just before a game. One of the marketing, property management employees for the Cavs came up, asked if I wanted to do it, and I agreed. I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
That's awesome, man. You're going to go down in infamy, and I don't know if you know this, but your last name is the same as a great all-time Bobcat great, Cat Thompson, played in the 1920s and actually won a national championship with the Bobcat men in 1929. Were you aware of that, and are you related to him maybe?
I'm not related to him, but the comments on all the Facebook posts, Sports Center posts, people have brought him up, mentioned him.
Okay.
It's the Montana Thompson.
Yeah. Cat Thompson. It was just his birthday a couple of weeks ago too, so you got all that going for you. Girlfriend?
She's pretty excited.
So you do have a girlfriend. So because people have been asking, I've seen on some places like, hey, this guy's got 11 grand. He's going to be, is he single? And so you have a girlfriend.
I have a girlfriend, and I have about 20 unanswered friend requests on Facebook.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And I saw something, your car broke down recently?
Yeah, during finals week in December, car broke down. Spent the whole month of January walking to the grocery store about a mile each way.
Jeez.
Twice a week. Yeah, so this has been a huge blessing.
Okay,
I picked up a third job so I could afford a new car payment, and this has been nothing but but amazing.
So you just sound like a good kid all the way around.
Well, thank you.
What was the family's reaction?
They didn't believe me at first. And they're like, we need the video for proof. And I was like, don't worry, the video will go around.
Very nice. Okay,
yeah, it's been nonstop.
What are you buying the girlfriend? Because you have to buy her something now. She's going to expect it.
Oh, we're going to go out to a few of the restaurants around town.
Nice.
We weren't even able to do anything for Valentine's Day because of finances. So now I'll be able to make up for it.
Oh man, that's awesome. Like this is like the perfect situation for you. Like everything fell into place. Man, I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's opened up many. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and we even talked to Ribbon Chop House owners about trying to do another shootout contest, but this time for charity, and get some new gym and recess equipment into the public schools.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I know a lot of gym teachers in the state of Montana, and the equipment that they have, it's outdated, and they don't have a budget to renew. So we're going to try and see if we can use this, push it more, and see what we can do to help the public school system in sports.
Well, Joe, I'm telling you, man, you've got a great brain. You're a good kid, and nobody is more happy than I am for you. This is super cool. And, you know, I used to do PA announcing down in Bobcat Stadium for football and for women's and men's basketball. So I've never seen anything like this. But congratulations, and, man, enjoy the money. Be safe. You got to invest some of it, though, right?
We'll see where I invest it.
There you go.
I'll invest it in myself.
You know what? Yourself and your girlfriend. I like that. That is perfect. Joe,
yep.
I know you got to run. Congratulations, my man. And if you need anything in the future, just let us know.
Awesome. Thank you. You have a great day, everyone up there. I hope you guys have a great week.
That's a good kid. Joe Thompson. And I know we're running past the hour, but hey, whatever. It was fun. Joe Thompson joining us, Jason Walker Show on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, and hit that 94 foot. It's actually longer than 94 feet, like he said, but hit the shot to win $11,111. Man, unbelievable. That's just so cool. It's just, you're almost speechless when you think about it, how cool it is. All right, let's get to on this day. Well, first, let's do Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. I think we got to give it to Joe, right? Joe winning over 11,000 with a 94-foot shot. As good as the old lady's putt was, and I think it was at Ole Miss, but as good as her putt was from 94 feet to win a car, I think Joe shot from 94. See, she's actually over a little bit too, but I mean, this is a heck of a putt.
Well, that's looking good.
Oh, I don't have it on the big screen. Here we go.
That's looking really
here, let me rewind a few seconds here. There we go. Look at this putt.
That's looking good.
94 feet to win a brand new car down in Mississippi at a basketball game. Boom.
Miss Marianne.
And this was the same night that Joe did what he did. It was also the same night that kid from Plentycoo, Joe Keogh, did this with 1.2 seconds left to beat Bridger in the 6C championship game. But at the end of the day, it's all about Joe and winning $11,111 with a 94-foot full court shot. Unbelievable. So cool. But anyway, so that's got to be our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And it is. So there you go. All right, now we'll get to On This Day in History as we'll start to wrap things up here momentarily. 1952, Canada won its 6th Olympic ice hockey gold medal. They tied the U.S. at 3-3 at Oslo, but won again. 1980, the 13th Winter Olympic Games closed at Lake Placid, and the U.S. hockey team clinched the gold medal with a 4-2 win over Finland. And that came after the Miracle on Ice. The 40th anniversary of Miracle on Ice was Saturday night when the U.S. beat the favorite Soviet Union. 2002, the Olympic Games closed in Salt Lake City. Joe Sakic, Jerome McGinley each scored twice. Canada beat U.S. 5-2 to win the gold medal. 2013, the 55th running of the Daytona 500, Jimmy Johnson won his second. Danica Patrick, the first female to start from the pole, and finished 8th, the best finish ever by a woman at Daytona. Happy birthday, too, to Manon Rayon. Born on this date in 1972, she was the first female to play in the NHL when she played goalie for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Congratulations. All right, let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Lots of great stuff. And, man, thanks to Guy Almquist for joining us. Thanks to Joe Thompson for joining us. Thanks to you for sticking around as we run a little bit late here on the Jason Walker Show. But what a great fun day this was, and hope you had a great time as well. And, just real quick, so Kennedy Cartwright of Providence, Zacchaeus Darko Kelly of Providence named Frontier Players of the Week, and Providence also removing the interim tag, and Steve Comack is the new official University of Providence men's wrestling coach. So congratulations there, and we'll do this again tomorrow, okay? So don't forget to come back and join us. 4 o'clock tomorrow. Great guests, great fun. Jason Walker Show, presented by Helen Accommodations. And we will see you tomorrow.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.